New Year! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Bettina and I am the makeup enthusiast. So if you're watching this on New Year's Day, Happy New Year. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Hopefully you didn't drink that much on New Year's Eve that you wake up with a headache. In this video, I am bringing you my 2018 goals. So I am going to tell you my goals so you guys can kind of keep me accountable and that they are documented somewhere, so at the end of the year I can revisit them and see how I went. I'm not very good with goals, I'm not very good with resolutions, but I'm hoping that maybe by telling you guys I might be a little bit more motivated to stick to them so I don't embarrass myself. I was frantically writing down yesterday all my goals, so I have them here. I've kind of separated them out. I have YouTube goals, I have finance goals, I have fashion, work and education, makeup and beauty, and I also have some family goals. Let's get started. Hopefully this video won't be too long. It might get rambly. We'll start off with the YouTube goals. My first goal for YouTube is to continue uploading 3 times a week. So 3 times a week for me is a bit of a struggle, but I do really enjoy uploading 3 times a week. I am trying to be a bit more organized with my uploading schedule, so I've kind of already got January schedule down pat and set. I just need to film them all, so I'm hoping that I can continue with the 3 times a week, and maybe it might, if I'm more organized, not be as stressful to get out 3 videos a week for you. Let me know if you guys still enjoy the Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule. I am happy to change it. I have been thinking about maybe changing it to like a Tuesday, Thursday, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday schedule. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just thinking that more, I don't know, for me personally, when I look at my subscription box for YouTube, I feel like everybody that uploads 3 times a week releases videos on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then there's that kind of gap on like the Tuesday, Thursday and like the weekend area. Everyone kind of seems to upload on Sundays as well, so I was thinking maybe Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, just to try and kind of fill that void in your subscription box, because I don't know if you guys are like me, you get like bombarded with videos on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but then those days in between there's kind of nothing new coming out for you. So let me know what you guys think of that. I'd be happy to hear your feedback and see what you think, see what days you would rather me upload. I'm open to suggestions. My next goal is to reach 400 subscribers. Now I think that's probably a fairly big goal for me. I think it's going to be quite hard for me to achieve. I'm just considering of how much is going to be happening this year. I don't know how I'm going to go with that. I think I'm sitting at about 145 or something at the moment. So that is like over double, so I'm aiming quite high. I'm keeping the bar quite high in the hope that maybe it might be achieved, it might not. I'm not really too concerned about the numbers. I do think numbers are quite a good way to aim at goals or achieve goals, but in terms of the numbers, I guess it doesn't really bother me all that much, because the main reason why I'm on YouTube is to connect with you guys, and that's the main reason why I keep sticking around, is because there's a lot of you that I have connected with really well, and I love having conversations with you guys. I love talking to you in my comments. The numbers don't really matter, but in saying that, I have another number goal, is to reach 10,000 overall views. This one I think is probably a pretty easy one for me, because I'm sitting at I think 8,500 at the moment, so I'll probably achieve this maybe sometime in January. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's another number goal for me, I feel like. And my last YouTube goal is to collaborate more. Now this is purely because I have done only one previous collaboration and I absolutely loved it. I met a great good group of girls out of it, and those girls I still talk to. I'll probably never even meet them in person, but I feel like I know them even though I've never actually met them in person, and I think that's the fantastic thing about YouTube. That's one of the things I like the most about YouTube, is that you make friends with people from all across the world. You probably never even meet half of them, but you still have this massive community of friends and people that you can go to and talk to about your common interests. Moving on to finance goals. Now this one is probably the one thing that's the most important on my list this year. Husband and I are kind of thinking thinking about maybe purchasing a house in the next couple of years. So the finance goals are like really important to us this year because we are trying to get a savings built up so we can have something for a deposit for a house. In saying that, between hubby and I would like to save $15,000 this year. That is probably quite a high task considering I've still got my student loans to pay off. I've just started a course that is costing me a fair bit of money. So I think $15,000 is quite a high goal, but the higher the goal I set, the more dedicated I am to it. So there's that one. My second finance goal is to stop buying lunch at work or limit this to 1 to 2 times a week. Towards the end of this year at work, I noticed that I was spending so much money on like coffees in the morning, snacks at work, buying lunches, buying dinner, and that gets quite expensive and it doesn't really help any of the savings plans. So that's my goal for this year, is to take more lunches to work to try and save some money. My third financial goal is to pay $5,000 off my student debts. $5,000 is nowhere near paying the total amount off of my debt, but I'm really trying to slowly pay it down every year. At the middle of the year in Australia, we have a financial year from the 1st of July every year to the 30th of June the following year. At the end of every financial year, my student loan increases by anywhere from like $400 to $600 every year. And I know that doesn't really seem like a lot, but when my debt is already like, it's like $45,000 to $50,000, that's quite a lot of money to keep adding on every year. I'm really trying to slowly pay it down and reduce that amount that it increases by every year, because that hurts my heart a little bit knowing that I owe the government like $50,000. My final financial goal, which I think is the one that I'm going to struggle with the most, is to spend only a maximum of $100 a month on makeup. So that could be pulled together, which I'm thinking I might do, trying to go on months of like no buys and then pull my money together ready for the holiday season next year when they bring out a lot of the holiday releases. That way I have some money to spend on the holiday releases, but I'm also not breaking my $100 a month mark on makeup. I'm really hoping that I can stick to that because this year I'm planning to try and reduce my makeup spending quite a hefty amount. Moving on to the health and fitness goals. Now, I am not really one for fitness. It takes me quite a lot to find something that I enjoy doing. At the moment, I do exercise twice a week. So on Mondays, I go to a TRX, which is a suspension training class. If you don't know what it is, I suggest you Googling it because it's really hard to explain. But there are great videos out there for you to see. It's only a half an hour class and I find that it's so effective. So if you're wanting a class that you can kind of only spend half an hour on, but it also be really effective, and you also are sore for days on end afterwards, so you know that it's actually doing some work, I highly recommend TRX. On Tuesdays, I do netball with my work team, so I'm currently doing fitness twice a week. I would like to increase that though to 3 to 4 times a week to start off with, maybe taking that to 5 times a week. As I said, I'm not really one for fitness. It doesn't really float my boat all that much. I would much rather be sitting on the couch eating chips and popcorn and watching Netflix, but I know that I really need to start exercising some more, not only for my weight and personal appearance, but also for my like mental health and clarity and my energy levels and whatnot. I find when I'm eating a lot of junk food, my energy levels like they plummet like you wouldn't believe. And also I like can't really focus a lot. I find that I have like, you're not really clear in your mind and you find it hard to focus. Exercising just kind of levels all that out and it gives me extra energy, and I feel like, especially when I exercise in the morning, I feel like I've achieved so much more in my day and I feel like I actually get so much more done in my day. That's my goal, is to take my exercising from 1 to 2 times a week to 3 to 4 times a week. I'm actually looking at, in the new year, actually going to, like, the same lady that I go to my TRX class actually does other group fitness classes. So I'm thinking of going to more of hers because she does like a package deal. My second health and fitness goal is to drink more water, and this is a minimum of 2 liters a day. I used to drink like a phenomenal amount of water and I used to feel great about it. For some reason, I cut it back. At the moment, I'm drinking about a litre of water a day, and I know that's just not enough for me. So I really want to take that from 1 litre and up it to a minimum of 2 litres a day. And I feel like my body will be thanking me for it. Along the same vein is to drink less sugary drinks. So that includes mainly soft drink for me. I love drinking like post-mix lemonade and Sprite. It's like my weakness for some reason. It just always seems to make me feel better. Just reducing that down to maybe like 1 or 2 nights a week where I consume a sugary drink rather than almost nearly every night or every day of the week consuming a sugary drink. I never used to drink soft drink, like never, and I would only drink water and occasionally juices. This was back in the time when I would drink more than 2 litres of water a day, but for some reason it has switched around. I drink more soft drink now and I drink a lot less water, so I want to flip the switch back and drink more water and less soft drink. Moving on to food, I want to eat less meat and eat more veggies. I want to take my eat less meat to maybe 1 or 2 days a week eating meat and every other day just being purely plant-based. Yeah, I want to kind of move more towards a mostly plant-based, almost vegan diet. I feel like I just feel a lot better when I'm eating less meat. I'm not gonna argue with anyone down in the comments box if you disagree about not eating meat or whatnot. That's fine with you, but I used to not eat a lot of meat. My family was mostly vegetarians. We would mostly only eat plant-based foods. We would only eat meat maybe 1 or 2 nights a week, and yeah, I felt phenomenal because of it. So I want to get back into that and try and convince my husband to come along the ride with me. And my last health and fitness goal for this year is to take healthy snacks to work. As I said before, in my financial goals, I spend a lot of money at work on food. So to try and curb the spending and curb the bad eating, I want to start taking some more healthy snacks to work and actually eating them. There's a lady at my work, God bless her soul, I love her to bits, but she always brings snacks to work for all of us to share and eat while at work. But I need to take a step back from those snacks and start taking my own healthy snacks to work and eating them at work. So whether that be like carrot sticks and dip, I don't know, I'm sure I'll think of something. But moving on to my fashion goals for the year. My first goal is to shop more from local stores. I have a lot of great local stores in my town. I don't often shop from them, mostly because they are a little bit more expensive than your massive fast fashion chains, but I feel like their clothing is a lot better quality and it does last a lot longer. So I want to start supporting more local small shops and small brands. Along the same lines, I want to start buying more Australian made and from Australian owned stores. Also, I would like to shop more at secondhand stores. I have always been a bit scared of secondhand stores, so this year I kind of want to burst out of that bubble and venture into some secondhand stores and try and find some gold fashion items. Along those lines, again, going on a fashion no buy or a only buying from secondhand periods in the year, whether that be like months or blocks of months. Along those lines, I very rarely buy clothes nowadays, only when I really need something. And I would like to, when I do need to purchase something, try and find something at a secondhand store rather than purchasing something new. But I do try and shy away from the fast fashion shops in my way to try and, I don't know, help the environment what little bit I can. Moving on to my work and education section. My first goal is to complete at least 15 modules of the course that I'm doing. I actually looked last night and I think there's only 12, so 15 is probably not even possible, but I would like to complete at least 2/3 of the course that I'm doing, maybe even more if possible. But I am doing full-time work and I am also uploading YouTube videos 3 times a week, as well as a course that I need to complete in 18 months. So I'm hoping that I can complete most of that in this year, if not all of it, but we will see how we go. My goal number 2 is actually to get a new job. This is probably not really a goal that's high up on my list to achieve. I wouldn't be mad if I didn't get a new job this year, but it is something that I would like to do. I would like to take an adventure down going further with my law degree, but whether that happens or not, I don't know. I don't know what this year really has in store for me, and I don't know what the future holds for me at the moment. I don't know, but getting a new job I think would be really exciting for me. I think it would kind of be the pep that I need in my step. If one comes to me, great. If one doesn't, then so be it. One will land in my lap when I least expect it, probably. And my third goal for this year is actually to take more leave. I have taken hardly any leave since I started my current job. I've been there for I think 3 years in January. I think the whole time I've been there I've had like 3 sick days and maybe 2 or 3 weeks of annual leave. In Australia we get 4 weeks of annual leave every year, so I have quite a lot of leave banked up, and I think I would like to use some of it. I know hubby and I actually have a few trips planned this year, but whether they actually happen or not is another thing, so that will kind of depend on whether I use my leave. But in saying that, I would still like to actually use my leave whether we go on overseas trips or not. I sometimes find that I can get quite emotional with stress from my job, and having like a week off every now and then actually really helps de-stress, recharge my batteries, recoup, and starting. I feel like leave is a good one for me to have in there as a goal, because it's usually something that I don't really consider. I usually just power through my problems and my stress and keep going. Usually I like to leave my leave for when Jack and I go on big overseas trips, but I don't think we have any planned for the next couple of years because of the whole money issue. Using that up would probably be more beneficial to me than detrimental. Next are my makeup and beauty goals for the year. Obviously my first goal is to continue to enjoy makeup. I love makeup. Makeup is my #1 de-stressor. I don't know, there's something about makeup. I think it might be the creative aspect that just really, it just calms my soul and just sets me right. Number 2 is to continue to experiment with makeup. So this includes playing with more colour, which is also another one of my goals. So I just want to continue with makeup techniques, looks, getting outside my comfort zone. I know there's been a few looks that I've done in my tutorials this year that have kind of been outside my comfort zone, and I just want to continue to push the boundaries for me, learning new techniques and new color combinations. The next one is to try more indie brands. I want to support more indie brands and find out what indie brands have to offer. I know there are some fantastic indie brands out there that I would love to try. If you know any great indie brands, let me know down in the comments box, because I would love to check them out and I would love to add them to my list of brands to try. The next one is to wear more lashes. I don't think I've ever worn a single pair of lashes in any of my YouTube videos, but I almost have a whole drawer of lashes that I never wear. I used to wear lashes all the time, and for some reason I just stopped. I think it was just a time factor. So I would love to get back into lashes and back into enjoying how lashes make my eyes pop. The last one, which I've already mentioned, is to go on a no-buy for a few months, whether this be like a chunk of months or whether this be like every second month. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I would like to go on periods of no buys throughout the year. And my last category is family, and for this one I have one simple goal, and that is to spend more time with my family. I guess spend time with them away from technology as well. So I've nearly lost my voice, and we've gone through the whole list of my goals for 2018. Let me know down in the comments box if you have any goals for 2018, whether you share any of my goals for 2018. And if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button for me. Make sure you click the subscribe button down below. Currently, I am uploading videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so 3 times a week. That's all for today, everyone. Thanks for stopping by and clicking on this video to hang out with me. I hope that 2018 is your year, and I hope everything you wish for comes true in 2018. And I hope you make the most of it. Goodbye, everyone.